Welcome back, my dear friends. Welcome back to yet another ever so amazing video of Heroes and Might and Magic 4, my favorite Heroes game of all time. I love the music, I love the sound effects, I love the look of the game. Amazing 2D game with the 3D terrain. But 2D game, amazingly looking game, and just I love the storylines. I love these massive texts, and we are finally at the last scenario for the live campaigns, which would actually imply that I'm finishing, well, close to finishing my ever first campaign for Heroes of Might and Magic. Any Heroes of Might. I'm not counting Heroes of Might and Magic 5. The first campaign in that game is completely utter shit. And you can finish it on a heroic like nobody's bitch. It's just totally bad. Bad campaign. Anywho, that aside, I'm counting as this as the first time ever. We are getting close. We are not there yet. Like, not even close. I mean, this is the last scenario. From what I've seen, the massive map, it's a freaking huge map. And we'll see how we're gonna deal with Warthen and the civil war which is going on in this scenario. I have never doubted that Lord Lysander would defeat Warthen and save Paladra, but recently I have worried in secret that something beyond his control might cause his plans to turn sour. I know my concerns are groundless, especially now that Sir Kentain has joined us against his shameful son. Then we reached the border of Paladra and found the kingdom in the middle of a civil war. While we were off rescuing Sir Kentain, Warden had launched his attack and conquered most of the country, including the capital, Paladon. Sir Daymark, Paladra's regent while Lysander was gone, had been defeated in battle and locked in prison. All seemed lost. As soon as he received word of Wharton's victories, Lysander called a meeting of his advisors, Sir Kentain and Lady de Seth, Adamus and Perito, and even me. After relenting the details of Wharton's success, Lysander stopped and looked upon us. Each in turn, his face tense as he tried to control his anger. "And that is what we face," Lysander said through gritted teeth. "Wharton controls Paladon and 4 other strategic towns in the heart of Paladra. He's named himself King Wharton Griffinheart and has sent word to every community to swear fealty to him or suffer dire consequences." It took a long time for someone to break the silence. "Unfortunately," Adamus said finally, "I see no realistic diplomatic solution. It seems war is inevitable." "I agree," Sir Kentain said. Perito and the Set both nodded. Then all eyes turned to me. Lysander asked, "What do you think, Milton?" "Me?" "Yes, you have been at my side every step of the way. You know this land and its people just well as I. Paladra is in chaos. How do I heal it? I was glad to even be part of this meeting, but to be asked to speak was unexpected. I had to say something, though, and quick. And there you go. I cannot believe that all of Paladra has abandoned you, my lord. We cannot be the only ones who sense Wharton's lies," I said. "What do you mean?" Lysander asked. "Well, as powerful as Sir Wharton seems right now, he still doesn't possess the support of all of Paladra, or surely he would have more than 5 cities under his power. If you pass the word that Wharton is not of Griffinheart blood, I'd wager that the people would come to your aid rather than oppose you. The only likely reason they haven't joined Wharton yet is because they're not wholly certain he's telling the truth. They have no proof." "Brilliant, Squire Milton," Adamus commented. "They don't act because they're afraid to make the wrong choice." Sir Kentain interrupted. "I must apologize again, Lord Lysander, for my son's horrible behavior. I swear to you that the Set and I will remain at your side until we can mend the damage he has caused. Shameful as it is, I will shout from every tower that Warden is my flesh and blood, not King Griffinheart's. The Set took her husband's hand and leaned in close. They were always next to each other, often arm in arm. I felt a pang of longing in the pit of my stomach and looked away. After a moment of silence, Lysander seems to come to a decision. He said, "We march immediately to take Paledra back from the usurper." Adamas and Proito left immediately, but I was still there when Lysander took the hands of Sir Kentain and Lady the Set in his own. "I promise you," he said softly, "that when the time comes, I will do my best to spare your son's life. People such as yourself should never feel the loss of two sons." And so we begin. Paledra has been overtaken by evil man called the Wart, and it's evil. And what can I immediately say is look at the beautiful trees. We have new types of trees. The fall trees, amazing stuff. Reminds me of Southern Strike a little bit. I have to say, those are my favorite looking trees. Those beautiful, sexy, yellow, orange, bloody, cool, purple trees. Amazing trees. For the first time, we're actually seeing them in a big quantity, and well, maybe even the first time we're actually seeing them. Well, at least I'm seeing them. Looking amazing, of course. A huge chunk of detail on the map itself, along with the pig and a few evil pigeons, which are not pigeons but chickens. Not really chickens, some other thing of a chicken, and something red, a rooster maybe, probably a snake. There it is. Anywho, last time stuff happened, this time stuff will happen. As always, we have a bunch of heroes, but no units at all. But that's fine. I mean, you know, considering the amount of heroes we truly have now, we can defeat all armies, as long as we combine them well, and well we shall. So first Lysander will join onto who are the Sir Kentain. Sir Kentain is what? Let's see Sir Kentain. The Set and Kentain, we have not really looked at them too much. But Sir Kentain is level 28. General like Lysander, like Araya. Well, Araya is level 27 general, sadly. But nonetheless, Sir Kentain has a bunch of good skills. He Grandmaster everything. That is Grandmaster tactics, offense, defense, and of course leadership. And this is the thing that I'm interested in. This is the thing that I do not understand. Do they, even if they're in the army, if I have two generals, do they all buff all them units on the battlefield? I do not know. I do not know. It's an interesting thing to ask one himself or herself or someone else. Does that happen? Or do we buff both at the same time, or does it stack? You know? We do not know. We will never know, probably, because we will never have two generals in one army with other units. Ha 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 ha. Moving on. We have expert combat, expert melee, expert archery, and expert magic resistance, which is 70%, not the grandmaster, which is 100% of defense against the dark arts. Which is fine. Sir Kentain is awesome, but Araya is the beast. She's the beast. She doesn't have the entirety of what Sir Kentain is. She doesn't have archery in that same skill tree. I mean, the skill trees, all of the general are kind of the same, but she does have nobility, the most basic nobility, which I mean, well, advanced nobility with basic estates, which is not a bad thing to have, of course. But let's move on and join in all these beautiful, sexy armies. So again, Lysander up front. Let's see, who are thou? Ada, let's join up. Ada, please, you're a beast, Ada. You're a beast. Thank you. There you go. Ada will be in the background, of course. Let's see who this next one is. Of course, the Set. We have Proito, and we have Araya, ever so beautiful Lady Araya. She is a beautiful woman indeed. We're gonna join in with Proito. The classical stuff is there, and the good thing is the entirety of all these heroes can be joined up here. We have our own Fellowship of the Motherfucking Ring. That's what I want to say. We have the Fellowship of the Motherfucking. We have 3 monks. Well, Monk Paladin, which is the Ada. She's paladin after all, 28 level paladin. But we have this set. She has a nice charm with, of course, expert charm on the beautiful Proetho, who is a monk. Expert charm, like we can charm people. We can charm people. Important thing is we can charm. And of course, we have one more slot for someone out there. We do not know who will be positioned, but this army, this composition is already OP as fuck. Considering that we're not fighting gajillions of enemies. We company scores and scores. It's nothing against us. Nothing. And which is amazing. If you remember, we have all the beautiful spells from all the previous scenarios, which means we all have level 5, well not really all, Proetho and Ada have level 5 spells on them. Level 5 life spells, specifically. Which is OMG, of course. And all of them can cast Sanctuary if need be, even though Sanctuary is not really a spell that I was like really amazed by. Song of Peace for the win. Thank you very much. So here we have a Beastmaster Hut. You can learn a primary non-magic skill for free, which will immediately, why the hell, basic scouting. Gives us a +1 scouting radius and ability to learn the traits of any adventure object. The hero can also see the enemies with basic stealth on the adventure map. It is required to learn advanced pathfinding, advanced seamanship. Actually, this is a good skill because of the advanced pathfinding, but the pathfinding in general, right? And we will have on everyone because in general, this is the last scenario. This is it, guys. This is it. Go for it. Everybody has a beautiful thing, right? Oh, I didn't go on the beautiful thingy. Bad demon, bad demon, bad demon. That's fine because these guys are gonna lead their own armies, and everybody needs a basic pathfinding at some point, right? A basic water magic, really unneeded. Not gonna even waste my beautiful time on that. Ooh, ring of protection when he died. Ooh, immediately. Of course, every adventurer's tale of courage and success comes with failing. And ring of protection increases the melee and range defense of all friendly targets by 20%. Wow, immediately gain a beautiful ring and goes immediately on Lysander because Lysander is the boss. Treasure chest contains gold. Of course it does, but we'll go for the wood because wood is more important than gold. Not really. Not really. Now we can fight these guys if they dare attack us. We'll see. Let's enter. Will they dare attack us? Do you dare attack me? We have a lot of new equipment around. I mean, specifically stuff like there's a building. We never saw that building before, I think. In a final attempt to end the war before it can begin, Sir Kentain and Lady Desette composed a letter to their son. They warned him that he would soon be exposed and begged him to surrender before more innocent people were killed. They were kind. They even offered him their love despite all the things he had done. And Sir Kentain apologized for not spending more time with him when he was young. When Desette had finished reading the letter to Lord Lysander, she said, "We were hoping could use one of your messengers to deliver this to our son in Paladon." Lysander took the letter. "Of course, lady. In fact, my squire Milton will deliver it," Lysander said, handing me the parchment. I felt my muscle tense. Why me? Later, after Sir Kentain and Lady Desette were gone, Lysander sat down with me. He must have noticed my earlier surprise because he immediately began to explain himself. "You travel under a truce flag, Milton. You should be safe. But when you deliver this letter to Wharton, I want you to look into the eyes of his soldiers. Tell me how loyal they truly are. Tell me if they will fight to the death for this man. You are the only one I can trust to make this determination, Milton." "Thank you, my lord," I said. "I will do my best. I know." And we know there's 500 gold pieces. Well, to be honest, money should be a problem, so we're going to go for gold, because in general, the XP we're going to be getting now, it's going to be divided between all these bastards, and nobody's going to get any kind of really noticeable XP. So we're going to go for gold from this moment on, no point. So we have some kind of a neutral army. Company scores and scores. We have Company of Evil evil squiremen, yes. They have flails. We have some crossbow people, and we have pikemen. Squires, really, in general, these guys can't do crap against us. Let's see what we have around before we move in. We can recruit 7 ballistas here if you defeat several ballistas first. Disperse the mob of angry peasants in front of the trading post, and the young farmer will give you 8 healing potions. Ah, well, if we know where is what. I mean, we at the very beginning, we have no town, manja. We have no town, but there is a massive wall here, which leads me to believe that there is a town right here. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. But there are some other things which I want to first take, to be honest. The wagon, which probably has something good inside. So, potion of endurance gives us +3 movement, which we'll utilize immediately. A demon fire, which is stuff of legends, right? Explosion of flames, same as a fireball spell. A vial of choking gas, which chokes people. The enemy target does 15% less damage, and their melee and range defense reduced by 15. Of course, does not work on specific units, but that is fine. So again, potion of endurance, and only 1 potion can be utilized. Okay, well, you know what? Why the hell not? Why the hell not? I'm drinking this bitch. Excellent. We can immediately take the major's chest, contains a steadfast shield. Wow, our first steadfast mage shield. Steadfast shield gives all friendly targets +3% to their melee and range defense. It also gives the hero +3 melee and range defense. OM motherfucking G. The first look looks freaking amazing. It's purple. Purple. That's the best fucking color you can have in any game. Best color, purple or pink, for the motherfucking win. And of course we have the Magi thingy. The window of the Magi allows you to look into the distant lands. We haven't seen these in a long time, I believe. You stare into the magical images hovering before the window of the Magi. At first, everything is blurry as fuck, if you're underwater, that is, but you're not. Then the image clears and you realize you're looking at some far-off land of glory. Oh, interesting. That town is kind of closed off completely. Lots of ore mines, from what I can see, and mostly towns that are pretty much neutral. It puts in great towns. Great towns. Muldron, which looks completely cut off. Like, completely cut off. I'm interested in how do we deal with that problem. Rassan Hill, of course. In another town, Barrington. Many towns to take, which is the closest one, would be the right one, to be honest. It feels like, but there is also a quest guard. It could be that town is completely closed off for us. We could go for the ballistas, but I'm not really sure that I will be needing them. But they're also peasantry. If we can get these peasants immediately, would be beneficial in the long run, just to get a lot of money before we get our first town. Again, there is no, I believe at least, there is no like 7 days before timer, 7 days before you lose the game because you have no town at all. I don't think that's how the Heroes of Might and Magic 4 works compared to the previous heroes or newer heroes or whatever heroes. Can we fight these people is the question. Yes, we can. And we charmed 38 1986. Good stuff. Good stuff. By whom we do not know, but someone succeeded in doing something. And we only get 19. Oh yeah, of course 38. Immediately jumped into our wagon. 38 squires, which is completely fine. Okay, the battle begins. We have not utilized the tight formation, but I'm not worried. This Lysander can immediately go and kill. He has the shield, gives us plus something. He has other things, gives us plus something. So reality, I'm not afraid. But we do have our monks kind of... Oh, I should not say monks. We have a paladin. She has actually quite a good defense against a range attack compared to Pt.28. Pt.28 is gonna get fucked. I moved Araya to the wrong position, but we do have Serpentine, and Serpentine has a crossbow, and he has archery into all that. So first and foremost, as per usual, how we begin all this is by having fun. And having fun is by dropping a beautiful defender shield. Excellent. Let's get our squires going. Actually, squires to the set. Excellent. Excellent. So we have Pt.28 kind of exposed our beautiful monk, but he is now defender of the galaxy shield upon him, which is completely sexy. Mass fever just increased that morale, and we have more turns than them. Sexy. Indeed. Let's first and foremost annihilate the crossbow people. I'm not feeling, like these guys are gonna annihilate me in any way. The set, let's see. Now, the set doesn't have a huge chunk of spells. That's the sad part. She really doesn't have a huge chunk of spells at all. Forgetfulness is a nice thing. Ice Bolt is a 236 damage. Hell's Mother Humping Bells. Yes, in general, she really doesn't have nothing. Do we have mass? We are life, right? Do we have life? Defense against life. Always forget. We Chaos Ward, Life Ward. Do we have life, Mass Life Ward? Nobody knows. Mass Chaos Ward. No. No. Okay, well, I don't know if that exists. Does that exist? I do not know. Mass Blast. Okay, immediately the evil spearmen are moving on to Lysan. Lysan is like, no. I do not feel your pain. Why should I say I do not feel the pain of your pain? Lysander will deal with these guys like nothing. 70 spearmen against the Lysander. Lysander is like, hey, what the hell are you doing? You can't do this. Beautiful. Now, of course, Ada has the fireball. Well, a spell attack, which is amazing in its own right. We can all try to kill some people here. Let's see. Ooh, 19 of you. And immediately 19. Now, do remember, Ada is an unbelievable warrior. She's a paladin. And she's a great paladin just because she is amazing. An amazing woman, indeed. Defend, of course. Nothing really we can do here anymore. Yeah, well, to be honest, Pt.28 could heal Lysander just for lulz. Why the hell not before the real stuff happens, Now, we don't want to have Lysander a low health when we start attacking peasantry, do it. Okay, thank you, Sir Contain. Did amazing job, and they set his wife and Z. Well, do absolutely nothing. She's gonna watch how all this develops. Now, 57 of Squire. They can't. He immediately he had the right of the first retaliation. The first strike ability, if you will. And he was like, no to drugs. No. And Lysander is like a beast. Like a beast. Look at this beautiful thing. Look at this beautiful thing. And bye-bye. And finished. With these, I can take everything. I can take the world. I can take the world. Pure sex indeed. I can take the world. Now, we cannot really take any of the villains without heroes, so our unit can actually go on the land of glory will be utilized just for scouting purposes, I would say. Just for scouting purposes. Yes. Now open this one out. Thank you very much. Go! Scout! Tell me what you see. Tell me everything. Yes, a quest giver. Definitely a quest guard. Will require you to do evil bidding to him, not drugs or... Holy shit, what the hell is that? Ah, yes, the Shrines of Man. That's just fucking amazing, to be honest. Look at them golden wings and stuff. Mana Vortex. Our first Mana Vortex. Doubles the hero's normal spell points. Holy crap. No, do not get close to them. The Griffins and dozens of air elementals, which are actually a... well, they're just a regular melee unit. Yeah, they're irregular, but they're protecting a sulfur mine. Yeah, a sulfur mine. With the Imp. Imp is digging every day till Sunday. And let's see, we have some ballistas. I could deal with them or go immediately to this bastard, even though I have no idea what he's gonna say. Ha ha ha. A young nervous man stands outside his farmhouse. Please help me, he calls out as you pass by. Nodding, he tells you his problem. I have to get my grain to the traders, but there is an angry mob of peasantry nearby. There is no one around here to get rid of them. If you disperse the mob, I'll give you some healing potions my wife makes. When we say, of course, if I knew how the trading post looks, we actually do know how the trading post actually looks. I just can't remember it now, just right now.
We do have these armies. Again, we can just utilize them to scout out a little bit further when we can't do with Lysander. Oh, monks. Yeah, monks can be recruited here. Of course they can. Why the hell not? Arena. Holy crap. We cannot get it from this side as there is a gate barring our way. But there are zombies. Not really, actually a troll and a bunch of orcs blocking our way. Indeed. Is this? No, this is a tavern. Yes, a trading post. A woodcutter car. Wow. Wherever that trading post truly is, it is so far away that I can't see it. Which is totally fine, of course. No, there it is. There it is. And there are a bunch of blue army peasantry protecting a vial of acid. Of course, I would do that the same with a bunch of peasants. Anyway, guys, next time more love, more sex, more drugs. Of course, drugs always first and foremost. Drugs forever. If you don't do drugs, you're a noob. I wish you the very best, as always.